There is no better way to start off the new year than with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Now we know, Greg, trade talks have increased as we get closer to the deadline. So how does it affect a player when their name is mentioned in trade rumors?
Listen, it can rattle your confidence, and especially the first time it happens. But, Kevin, it's important to remember that it's all business, and guys just can't take it personally.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Conley is the point. Edwards plays on the wing. The front court is McDaniels and Towns. And it's Gobert in at the 5.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Dinwiddie outside. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Walker's checked in for Cameron Thomas. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Bridges passes to Claxton. Fires top of the key. And they pick up 2.
That may be not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
Conley against Dinwiddie. Conley kicks to Towns. It's Edwards on the wing. Off target from outside.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Johnson with a screen on Conley. Dinwiddie. It's rebounded by Towns.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Edwards. Bridges with some nice defense.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Dinwiddie's shot is off. Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. It's Edwards on the wing. Guarded by Walker. Edwards, that's good.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul.
Substitutions for your Nets. Trendon, Watford, Dorian, Finney-Smith, Royce, O'Neal.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. He got it up, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Timberwolves lead by 3. Live from Brooklyn, New York. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Naz Reid out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Brown, and it's McLaughlin in at the 1. And despite the KD, Kyrie era fizzling out, Richard, you saw this firsthand, Brooklyn proved they are a destination franchise.
Yeah, just getting KD and getting Kyrie to sign was a win for them. It proved that all stars will go to Brooklyn. Now it's about finding the right stars. The defense got crossed up, and Bridges takes advantage with that pass.
Passes it to Anderson. And Anderson slams it in.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Yep, that one goes. O'Neal's got the lead up to 1 now for the Nets.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
Brown, no good. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Nets. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
Boy, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention. Yeah, it was rough.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Trendon Watford. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Lonnie Walker. Here's Edwards. Score of the basket is third after 5 shots.
Agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
Dinwiddie against Conley. Knocked away. Stolen by Michael Conley. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Minnesota shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
And he knocks down the first one. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. There's 18 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Dinwiddie with it. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Jumps up, and the dunk by Towns.
And defensively, Conley relies on his instincts and quick hands. Great play to get them in transition.
Johnson from and the buzzer beater's good.
And a huge three there to chop the lead down as we go into the break. Still anyone's game.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show?
You know, right now for Minnesota, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
Getting to that first half of action from Minnesota, they find themselves in the middle of a tight one.
You love how they've come in here.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
Welcome back. The calendar has flipped over, and so have we, into the second half of our broadcast. You have to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with the game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Forward spots will be Bridges and Johnson. The backcourt pair for them, Dinwiddie and Walker. And it's Claxton in at the center. So that's the Nets 5. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Yeah, I always saw that as an effort foul. If it happens once, coaches usually let it slide. You just don't want to make it a habit.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Nets. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Timberwolves have gone Twin Towers with Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert. Gobert says, I love playing with another dominant big because I've always thought that I could pass. I know that I can make guys around me better. Cat says, we complement each other. He's a generational talent on defense, and I think I'm a generational talent on offense. Kevin, I'm a generational talent on sideline.
You are indeed, and that's why you are in Springfield. No argument here, David. Thank you.
And this is Conley's game. Just terrific with that mid-range. The D has to be much more concerned.
Bridges sets the screen for Dinwiddie. Stolen by Conley. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. It's deflected. In transition, here come the Nets. Bridges misses.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Edwards, that's good.
And great strength and body control from Edwards. Able to finish through the contact.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Cameron Thomas, he's checked in for Bridges. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Thomas against Edwards. Gobert with the block.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending.
Good on the shot. Edwards got the lead up to 10 now for the Timberwolves.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
That's the kind of aggression you want to see when you've got a team on the ropes.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the court for Minnesota, Towns and Gobert hold down the post for him. Conley is the point. Edwards plays on the wing. And it's Minot in at the small forward. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Thomas finds Claxton. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 6 on the shot clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas.
And the athleticism of Edwards helping on defense, capable of getting up to block shots.
Drills the three-pointer.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Timberwolves.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Anthony Edwards.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Trendon Watford's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Royce O'Neal comes in for Johnson. Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for Cameron Thomas. And it's Dennis Smith in for Dinwiddie. Edwards can't hit.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Here's Conley. Towns for three. It drops.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is.